Why, hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 183 of the Sensible Sociopath Podcast.
Woo-hoo!
183! We are live on a Friday night on YouTube. If you are watching, please, thank you for joining us. You can chat with us if you hit the little chat thing on your phone. You can also thumbs us up us. You can shoot the share-o to all of your friends. You can leave us a comment. But most importantly, you can subscribe and turn on your notifications so that you're aware every Friday when we have our party, and then you can join us.
Join the party.
That's right. Like it or not, you'll be here. So, myself am Stephen Paul. Across from me are our lovely second mic, Superfan Dan.
Sup?
What? And then also we have our lovely in-studio producer, Roma Romerica Rifkin.
Hi, guys.
Roma.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. So, have I sung the praises of Walmart on this show before? Like the delivering of
I feel like
No.
Okay.
No. You've talked about Amazon, but not Walmart.
Yeah. So Walmart, I've been doing their grocery delivery service because I'm fancy. And
Stands to reason.
Yeah. But it's really nice because when you have your groceries delivered, first you pick them on an app. And so that's kind of cool because you're thoughtful about it rather than just like picking random things, which is what I kind of usually do. I've never written a grocery list in my life.
Are you serious?
Never.
Really?
It's part of, I try to do it as to help my memory as well.
Uh-huh.
So like I'll go in with like the idea of a couple things I want to cook.
Yeah.
And so I'll kind of have those, ingredients in my mind, and I'll kind of keep going over those as I'm walking through the store. And of course I forgot something, so I got to run back to produce, blah, blah,
Oh yeah, I know about that.
Yeah. But
I usually go in with the idea, I know what I'm getting, but I write it down anyways because I always forget something. Always. There's that one thing you're like, damn it, that's the reason I fucking went.
well, and if I'm ever going to do MasterChef, they will throw shit at you where you don't get that last ingredient.
Yeah.
Or you don't, or you forget it, because you like only have like 5 minutes to grab all the shit you need. And then like you come out and you're like, oh, great. It's a chicken thing and I forgot chicken, so what do I do now?
It's a spinach artichoke dip, and you don't get the spinach.
Or the artichoke.
Yeah, that's a spinach artichoke.
Yeah. So, I've always used that, I guess, as a way of training my memory and keeping on top of things. But it's been nice because then I just don't buy the impulse stuff, obviously, that we all fall victim to, that they design stores to make you, buy things that you don't want or need or shouldn't eat. They'll also deliver booze. So that's great. Yeah. So you can order your champagne on, you can have your servant bring you your champagne.
Huh.
Paige, get me my champagne.
Absolutely. So they've been doing pretty good so far. I got a couple mushy watermelons, but what they'll do is they'll just strike it right off your order. So they'll just, refund it to you, which is nice. Today, however, I ordered the stuff and I said, okay, well, let's get it there like 5 o'clock or something. I'll have plenty of time before the show, get everything put away, blah, blah, blah. And so at like 5:30, they text me and they say, oh, it's going to be a couple hours late or could be up to 2 hours late, which I've gotten that before. And I ordered, and like they said, oh, your delivery is going to be between 5 and 6. I got it at 6:01. So I was like, that's pretty, all right.
Yeah, they're on top of it.
Forgiven.
Yeah,
Forgiven.
if it's going to be late, 1 minute's acceptable.
Right.
So I got that message. And the thing about it is, just like if you order DoorDash or any other service, they send you update texts to tell you something's, happening, whether the order, they finish your order.
Pizza's in the oven.
Exactly. Yeah. We're checking the quality, that kind of stuff. Hashtag Domino's app.
That's totally what that was.
Yeah. So I didn't get any of those texts. So all I got was at 5:31 p.m. I got that one text that said it's going to be 2 hours late. Then I got a text shortly thereafter that said, "Oh, you missed your order." Or no, sorry, that text was at 5:40. Was that it was going to be late?
Oh, okay.
And then it said, so I got a text that was like probably just about an hour ago, so it's like a couple hours later, that said you missed your order. Like we'll try it again later, I guess. Like, oops, you fucked up.
Right.
And so I go back and I look and I'm like, wait a minute, they said that the order was attempted at 5:31. And so I'm like, and then I look back and I'm like, wait, the other one was 5:40, at 5:40.
It said it was going to be late at 5:40.
Absolutely. So not only did I not get any of the things
Somebody
saying,
stole your groceries.
well, I didn't, nobody fucking even put them together into a basket, I'm pretty sure, because I didn't get the preparing your order one. I didn't get any of that.
Yeah.
So the way that they worded the text is kind of interesting because it was like, it's kind of hard to tell if they're blaming me or themselves, and I think it's worded that way.
We M's got it ready for you. You was not theirs.
Yeah. So at 5:40 it said, sorry, your Walmart delivery is delayed. It should be delivered in the next 2 hours. And then at 6:42 they said, we'll try again later, but we were unable to deliver your order. What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
So then I checked my email and then it said something about, like you weren't there or something and whatever. So anyways, I'm kind of pissed. I tried to get them to contact me twice. They haven't called me back yet. They're like, wait 1 minute and we'll call you, and so I did it again and they haven't called me. So I'm hoping they'll call while we're on the show.
That would be
'Cause
amazing.
I would love to talk to them.
So it sounds like Jimmy Bo just forgot to put together your basket and decided to blame you for it.
Yeah. And that's it. Is I'm like, the thing that really pisses me off is the way they worded it.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to blame me.
Right.
And they think that I'm not smart enough to like figure that shit out.
Hiding in front of your window.
But absolutely, I wait for them. I'm looking for them. Yeah. And you know what? I went and looked on the door too because I'm like, they have to have some kind of tag that they would leave.
Oh, yeah.
If you weren't there when they
Sure.
they have to.
They'd put a hanger on the knob or something.
Something.
I
Yeah.
don't
But
know.
just like UPS or whatever, they'll put the fucking thing on your door.
Yeah.
Hey, you weren't here. Sorry. Your fault. Fuck you.
This was stuck on your door with spit.
Could be.
Nick and Trevin say, what's up?
Yo, what's up?
Sub T Cass
Yeah.
and the Nick
And Nemo.
Nemo.
Yeah.
Little Nemo.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. So anyways, me and Walmart are battling it out right now. So
Oh,
I'll
boy.
keep you guys updated on how that is.
Oh, street fight.
And yeah.
You have better knives.
And the thing about it is I've been singing their praises to everybody, I'm like,
and then
it's
they
kind of,
did you dirty.
yes, exactly. Very dirty did me. Because like, it's such a great thing to have your groceries delivered if you prep food. Like,
Yeah.
Sure.
if you're just getting Stouffer's shit, okay, go to the store, get your boxes. But if you're getting like packages of meat and vegetables and things like that, and that you're actually like, doing something with, dividing up, because I always get family size. I don't want to pay, prices for,
Individual shit.
yeah, a piece of meat this big, unless it's filet mignon, then I'll do it. But
Or that Wagyu.
yeah. And actually, you know what? I did have filet mignon not too long ago. I don't think I brought that up on the show.
You had that fillet mignon?
On, I believe it was August 13th,
Okay.
which is filet mignon day.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
And guess what? Margot tried to call me up and go, hey, do you want have some dinner? And I'm all, no, I've got filet mignon. And so it's just funny when people try to call you up on filet mignon day like you don't have plans,
Right?
Assholes.
Rude.
Yeah,
Amateurs. She was just trying to get in on your fillet mignon.
I know.
That's what she was trying to
exactly.
do.
Yep. Not today.
I just wanted to point out to everybody how your this frame choice of your glasses
Hmm.
looks just like
Does the
Dan-
headband ruin it?
It does. So take that off.
I have to know what pose I have to get into.
It's
Arms crossed.
How's that?
hold on. Oh no.
Yeah, see, there you go. There you go.
Am I facing the right direction?
That
Am I turned too much? Dan, help me.
fix your
Oh.
swap your arms. There you go. There you go. I know it's awkward, but that's how he does it.
Do I look smug?
Yes. Yeah.
Your eyebrows slightly shadowed. Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. Handsome devil he is. Oh, I need a watch. Dan, tell me. Okay. Dan, give me a watch.
I read I was reading. Anybody read what is it? Is it Quora.
Kiora?
Yeah, it's like Reddit, but
Yeah.
for retards.
Yep.
Anyways.
yeah.
Somehow I got on their like email list, and so they send me random shit, and I read it, and then I realize that everybody there is like a bot or like a total asshole, or anyways.
Yeah.
But they provided pictures, so I want to believe that it's true. But they were talking about bad dates. Oh, so the question was, has anybody ever walked out on a bad date?
Okay.
And one guy was like, yeah, I was with this chick and I can't remember what she was doing that was making him feel like, ugh. But, I guess she didn't look anything like her picture and she was like really boring. And anyways, so at one point she went to go to the bathroom and he took his watch off of his wrist and put it on his ankle and pretended it was an ankle bracelet and said that I'm past my curfew. I have to get home because of my whatever. And he took a
Wow.
picture of it and she was like, oh, okay. Yeah, no, totally. You should probably do that. And then he's like, yeah, she ghosted me after that, which was,
Perfect.
good.
Yeah.
For the win.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's hilarious. All right. That guy must have had a good watch. Chunky one.
It was the picture was an Apple Watch, but it was just like
Oh.
all black, so it
Yeah,
had like
yeah,
that
yeah.
little black box.
Interesting.
And so he put it
Nice
on his
and
ankle to
square.
say it was
Yeah.
his ankle bracelet.
That's
She's like, don't those usually lock on? Is it what?
Uh,
That looks just like a wrist slip.
Yeah.
No, that's interesting.
It was pretty funny.
It would.
Now I've got a really liberal PO.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It's really progressive. I'm from San Fran. Silicon Valley. When you get arrested there, they slap an iPhone on your watch or on your ankle.
Scotty G and Normac say, what?
What?
No, Mac. What's up, Scott G?
Hey!
Um,
Chadamus and the Scotty.
Chadamus.
Yes, I call him Chadamus Prime as well as Totimus Prime because there were two primes.
Oh yeah.
Rod?
I had a friend with the nickname Primetime. That was a good one.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
fantastic.
It's a good nickname. Yeah. Primetime. What's up, Primetime? Yeah. It's fun.
Prime time, you wildin'?
He ended up moving down to St. Thomas to be a sushi chef down there. I should have
Oh, cool.
visited him.
Ooh.
Yeah, you should have.
Yeah. I should see if he's still alive. Probably not, but
Like, not unlikely.
yeah.
Especially if he was doing that thing, right? The poisonous fish.
Oh yeah.
The
Fugu.
fugu?
Yeah,
Blowfish.
probably did.
You could boo-foo yourself if you make your own fugu.
Oh,
Okay.
that was a stretch.
I know. So, Roma,
Yes.
what's the name of the game?
Oh boy. Something to do with squirrels.
Roma, it's wildlife conservation.
Okay.
That's the name of the game.
Got it.
As you guys know, we are the number one, podcast for traditional Sudanese hunting styles,
Of course we are.
right?
I know
Yeah.
I'm practicing this weekend.
Yeah,
I'm practicing right now.
yeah, that's called still hunting. So, they're mostly flatland hunter-gatherers, as we all know, of course.
Obviously.
Right. Yeah.
Nah.
Standard.
Not a lot of woods, but they have some. And the fact that they are blowing up our Spotify numbers really got me into thinking about wildlife conservation, because anytime you're part of a nomadic tribe that relies on the land, sort of like our podcast,
Yeah.
Right.
you really can't take for granted the easy things like having like groceries delivered. I would never do that. I
Right.
would never have groceries delivered.
No,
I
you
go out
You get the gatherers to do
and
it.
get them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. They're my gatherers. I go hunting on the app.
There you see.
But actually, speaking of hunting on an app, I've always wanted to hunt, to learn how to hunt, to be, I like food. I do like the outdoors. I don't get out enough. And part of the reason is I feel like if I don't have a reason to go,
Yeah.
like it's like, oh, should I pack up all my shit and go into the woods for, 2 days?
Some people do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, those people that do it, it's great. I just go, or I could just stay here
Right.
Like, and that's easier, like
Oh, it's
that's,
way easier. Hunting, I mean, especially if you actually get something, now
Mhm.
you've got to like pack it out and like
Yeah.
strip it and do, I don't know what hunters do, but
yeah.
I've
And
seen movies.
yeah. And then,
And to like hang it upside down from something,
probably, yeah,
likely.
not for any other reason than to just do it,
You just hang it upside down. It's
I was
just
going to say,
terrify children.
part of the protocol.
my boyfriend and his friends usually go duck hunting every year. Maybe you can go this year.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, one of the things that you need to do, and this never happened, right? So this is a completely false story. Okay.
Okay.
There was a guy one time who used to go into the Bureau of Land Management, the
Uh-huh.
BLM, and there's lots of jackrabbits and cottontail rabbits out there, and they're just among the sagebrush, which are these big, puffy, sagey things, bushes. Basically, they don't have trees; they have big bushes.
Yeah.
And so you'll walk through, and you'll just see them scatter, and it's kind of sandy, and that's where I almost stepped on that badger that was like the size of a fucking trash can lid.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was dead. But
I've seen those dead on the side of the road.
it was huge. I was shocked because like when this guy was walking, you stalk with your eyes kind of right on the right above ground level, but probably about 20 yards out because that's as far as you could see, like in the sagebrush.
Mm-hmm.
But you're looking for just a dark eye because that's all you can see because they're perfectly colored for like the gray, dusty,
Oh yeah.
We're talking about deer?
rabbits.
Oh, rabbits. Sorry. I wasn't following.
So this guy would wander around and shoot rabbits.
Mhm.
Even shot one with a 357 Magnum once, which is
I don't think he
hard
was
to do.
taking that home.
Yeah, hard to do, but accomplished probably theoretically.
Yeah.
And then this guy went into Cabela's to go get a hunting license to go hunt. I can't remember what it was, but basically some animals are classified as varmints. And so rabbits are that, whistle pigs,
pig,
ground
yeah.
squirrels, whatever. I think even coyotes might be considered varmints or
Yeah, I think yes.
Which-
they're they don't call them varmints, do they? They call them like
Well, they're scavengers, so it kind of makes it
Yeah.
interesting to classify.
I don't know. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, it's like they're nuisance.
yes, there's something that you don't need like a ticket for, and there's not like a limit
Right.
on them. I think I'm pretty
Or
sure.
a season or
Yeah. I haven't looked into all this, so this is all brand new to me. But so I went into Cabela's and I said, "Oh yeah, I want to get a whatever deer ticket or something." Or that guy did. Sorry,
Right.
that guy went in there.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, well, we'll need your proof of your hunter's education." And I was like, "What am I, a girl? And what do I need hunter's education for?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, well, you need to have it if you're born after 1975." And I was like, "Well, obviously I'm very good looking, so I wasn't." So they, basically what I found out is,
After 1975, that's so random.
yeah.
So you're born before 1975. Well, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, so you don't need a education.
Pretty much, yeah. You're
They were
grandfathered in.
born knowing how to hunt.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And so, and I grew up in New Jersey, and so I hadn't shot a gun till I was 19, because you really can't own guns back there. I mean, you can have like a shotgun for hunting purposes, but I think that's a whole thing to get. Goddamn liberals.
Mhm.
But so I'd never been hunting, never been camping, never shot a gun, any of that shit. And so when I came here, I just started doing all that stuff, and obviously,
Here
that
we are.
guy didn't
Right.
do the right thing. So the bad news is that if that guy would have been caught, they would have like taken your gun and like prevented you from ever having a hunting license and like all this shit. So
Yeah.
it's a big deal, even if it is just a squirrel or a rabbit or a ground squirrel or whatever. So I've wanted to do the hunter's education for a long time. It's a commitment though. You got to do. I think it's it's 5 3-hour classes, I think. So it's like 15 hours. You can do it in different cities and stuff. And obviously Boise is very busy. Like there's not enough spots for you to get in. So I looked out and it was like this just recently, and it was out past like January. Like they have the end of the year, and there's nothing. You could get on a waiting list, or you could drive 30 miles every day for a week.
Right.
Fuck that. So they have an online option.
I was going to say, they don't have online?
Now they do.
Good.
They did not back in the day, but that's because it was prior to the internet. Not quite, but close. So there's this thing, and it's called hunter-ed. Whatever com, and it's just a hunter education site that
Do you
is
play like Duck Hunt, or like how's it?
no, but it's all videos and like pretty much, yeah. Doodle-doodle-doo. Yeah. Yeah. Doodle-doodle-doo. Yeah. We're pretty good at this.
How do we not have the licenses yet?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, give me a license.
We know
Lit it. Huh? Huh?
I mean, to be fair, we've been shooting guns since we were toddlers, practically.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Yeah, light little infrared. I don't even know how those things work.
How does that even work?
Magic, witchery. Yeah. So,
Yeah, they were corded, but I mean, come on.
yeah.
They recorded, but how would it know where you're pointing to on the TV?
And I'm sure they were super accurate.
The most.
Remember when you'd walk all the way up and be like pissed?
Oh yeah,
Fuck you.
get right next to that glass screen.
Yeah. I'm like, I would be like De Niro when he found out Joe Pesci got whacked, and he just starts banging the phone on the. That's what I was like. I don't know if you guys are Goodfellas fans.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or no, maybe that was Casino.
I think it's
I
Casino.
think that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
Casino.
Yeah.
There was
I'm
nothing
like,
we could do. Yeah, he's gone.
Oh, yeah. No, that's not Casino.
Yeah,
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas, because he's in front of the diner.
Yes.
Yep.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, no, it was when Billy Bats he insulted him a little bit. He
Mhm.
insulted him.
Mm-hmm. And then the do you remember in
Little
Jersey there was that place that was the High Point diner?
Yes,
And it was-
vaguely.
it
now
look-
that you mention it, yes.
It looks like the front of that. Like every time I see that, I'm like, that looks
Yes,
like the fucking High Point.
Yes.
So get on this thing, and they're like, oh, $24. When a hunting when the course I think is like $9, or it's not much. It's a minimal fee, and I think it's like $8 for the actual license. So I go on there, and then you do the thing 24 $99 plus another like $25 for the actual instructions. So it's basically they keep taxing stuff on there.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
ended up being a little over $50. And I'm like, whatever. I don't have to drive 30 miles.
Yeah, no kidding.
5 days in a row. So it
Yeah,
absolutely
2 years
makes
from
sense.
now.
So I got it, and I started doing the training on it. Pretty fun, pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I guess I was impressed by they teach you a lot about the conservation, and they teach you a lot about the wildlife management, like all that
Okay.
stuff, all the good shit that that hunting's all about. Because there are a lot of people that don't feel that hunting is good.
Right.
And it's the ignorant thing about it is it's the best thing for wildlife habitat and conservation
Sure.
is to raise the money and control the animal populations, because you have these people called wildlife managers that are biologists and scientists, and hunters give all of the feedback as far as what they caught, where they caught it,
Mhm.
what time of year, blah 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 blah. They use that to calculate the different different levels of game and all that.
Sure.
They have multiple ways of
Yeah.
looking at
There
that.
was a geocache in that deer's stomach. I had to get it.
and then the great thing about it is like so there's like 5 things I think that are necessary for an animal. So it's food, shelter, water, I think space, and an arrangement.
Okay.
And so I think those are the things that the wildlife managers look at. So like how much food is in the area, how much water is in the area, blah blah blah. In the past they've had like where people want no one to hunt. So they'll say, "Oh, no hunting. We're all done with hunting, in these parts." Well, guess what happens? Then you have hundreds of deer dead and starved,
Mhm.
all across the place because
Yeah, well, then you start getting disease, and then
Yeah.
you start like these predators start coming in, and like
Yep.
it just throws off the whole ecosystem.
and so these these are the things, these are the hard choices that are made by people that make those hard choices instead of people going, oh, well, it's unkind to shoot
Right,
a deer, you
right.
know? And it's like, yeah, okay, maybe you're right that it's not, you know, the best thing to do to shoot a little deer, but
Well, but you also have to realize too, if we weren't, if we didn't live the lifestyle that we live now, which is in a modern world where you
Mhm.
can get groceries delivered by Walmart, we would be out hunting.
well,
We
they
would
don't.
be-
No, they don't. Not all the time.
What?
Deliver your groceries.
Oh, correct.
But go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah. Sometimes you have to go out.
yeah, which is like a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But us as a society or as individuals, we'd be hunter gatherers, and so we would be out there doing this regardless, and to a much greater extent.
Absolutely.
And so it makes sense that, we would continue to do this. And it's so minute. The amount of us that are actually going out there and hunting
Mhm.
is so minuscule compared to what it used to be when everybody relied on that food source.
And that's an interesting point because they say 10% of the population hunts.
Mm-hmm.
10% is completely against hunting. So there's that 80% in the middle that hunters are ambassadors.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to not show up in bloody clothing, not
Mhm.
have your carcass laying across the front of your truck,
Yeah.
like things where not be drunk hunting, not be,
Mhm.
whatever,
Just
not
don't be an asshole.
Sport hunting.
yeah, disrespecting people's lands, leaving, cutting the antlers off and leaving the body, like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So, there's a responsibility for it,
Mhm.
to be an ambassador for it. And a lot of people don't realize that. It's like, oh, so you'd rather have, the shitty meat that is, made in these huge troughs of animals that are
They're
all
standing in their own
diseased.
shit
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Pumped full of antibiotics. Well, and here's another thing too. Well, then a lot of people are like, well, don't eat meat at all. Meat is cruel. And it's like, all right, but people that, if you don't eat meat, you need tons of other nutrients that are not readily available to people that are not privileged.
Yeah.
And so, I've talked to people and they talked about how like eating meat is bad for the environment, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, well, you can absolutely make the argument for the other side of that. Being a vegan or a vegetarian can be extremely bad for the environment, depending on how you're going about it. But also, that's a really privileged lifestyle.
Yeah.
For you to be getting like fake everything, tofu,
Oh,
what is it? Cashew cheese and
Yeah.
all this shit. And it's like, if you're growing your own garden and you're just eating your own garden and honey from your honey hives, like, okay, cool.
Sure.
Then like you have an argument.
Yeah.
But if you're going to Whole Foods and buying, a $9 cheese spread that's made out of freaking nuts,
Yeah.
like, no, get fucked.
Acai berry bowls
I-
and
Yeah,
shit. Yeah.
get fucked.
I've heard that actually it is incredibly terrible for the environment for like mass growing of soybeans
Mm-hmm.
and almonds and avocados.
Well, and a lot
And-
of these crops are really water hungry and they're
Right.
grown in places that have constant droughts.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so now what you have happening is like, so for instance, I think almonds in particular, and another one's alfalfa. Actually, the Middle East has bought all these alfalfa. This is what I heard. Bought all these alfalfa farms in, I think it's California. And they take an extreme amount of water. It's actually illegal to grow alfalfa back there because they are such a water hungry species.
Interesting.
And so what they're doing is they're stealing water rights. I mean, stealing, I'm sure legally they have
Yeah.
legal rights to it, but they're stealing water from people where there are droughts and these people don't even have enough water to sustain their lifestyle.
Hmm.
And so anyway, so there's like this whole argument against like these crops that are, grown in these areas that aren't sustainable for them,
Yeah.
avocados and things like that. Like it's
Or if you're having those groceries shipped in, like if they're not native to like the
Yes.
lands that you live in, you should be eating. If you're that person, you should be eating only from farmers markets,
Yes.
local produce, all that stuff. Yeah, great. Be that person, but be it responsibly. Don't go to
Well-
Whole Foods and have your shit shipped from wherever.
from Florida or from Mexico or from
yeah.
Brazil or whatever, and then you're sitting there and you're chastising other people for making the wrong lifestyle choices because you're so much better than everybody else. But ultimately, when it really comes down to it, is like you're just as much of a problem, if not more so, and you're an asshole. So
Yeah.
get fucked,
Yeah, Dan.
Dan.
Yeah, I'm the fucking worst.
Worst.
Although I will say that I did learn about fly fishing
okay,
Oh,
in high school. They had a class that was a fly fishing class,
That's cool.
but it was under the guise of aquatic ecology.
Cool.
So you were learning about the fish's habitats and
Yeah.
the environment and everything. Basically, it was a hunter's class, but for all the different kinds of fish and stuff.
That's awesome.
And in the process, they also taught you how to like tie flies
Mhm.
and actually build a rod and like epoxy the stuff onto it and everything.
That's awesome.
And I was just poor, so I couldn't afford most of it. But it was
Yeah.
really cool to learn how to fly fish.
It's fly fishing's fun.
Yeah.
Normax says most food grown today is GMO, all modified to be edible. Broccoli is 100% GMO.
Interesting. That's I've never heard that before.
Uh,
I wouldn't doubt it though. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that there's many things that we couldn't get anywhere near what it used to be.
right,
you
right,
know?
right.
Because like
Well, if you've ever grown broccoli in your garden, which I haven't, but I've known people that have, it looks nothing like what you get in
No,
the frozen bags
Mm.
at the grocery store.
It does not.
It's
It
like
does not.
it's like the stalks are usually really thin, and like the flowers are just way more. It just looks so much
Yeah.
different. And it might be different varieties,
Yeah.
but I've never seen somebody grow a stalk of broccoli like you would get out of the grocery store
Yeah.
in a garden.
that's interesting. Because I mean, if you look everywhere, broccoli always looks the same. Like no matter where you go. So
Just like
It's interesting.
cauliflower. Cauliflower
Yeah.
always looks the same,
Yeah.
like a giant white brain.
yeah.
You said modified asparagus.
Modified asparagus?
Is asparagus? Is it ASS?
No.
Asparagus?
Yeah.
Asparagus.
Come on, Normac.
Asparagus.
No, he's actually pretty intelligent there.
Yeah. No.
The good old Normac.
So
He
yeah.
knows.
And I guess the thing about it is, hunting would be the ultimate way of being like self-sustaining and like not, I guess not polluting the earth. You're going out and you're getting your own fucking meat and you're getting a big batch of it that you can take home, put in your freezer. You don't have to drive to the store anymore. You don't have to get little styrofoam trays that your shit comes in.
Or
Like
plastic bags.
Yeah.
And you can share with your neighbors. And if you're really responsible, you can use every part of
Yes.
that animal. You really can.
And I think having a hide like a deer or an
Oh, that'd
elk
be
or
amazing.
whatever, that'd be so cool.
Yeah.
You could do all sorts of shit
Skull
with
and
it.
antlers and the hooves, like dogs like to chew on that kind of stuff. I
Mhm.
mean, you could really get into it.
I saw somebody on one of those subsistent living shows, the reality shows.
Mhm.
They made like I can't
A hoof lamp.
they made a hoof stew or something. Like you can
Oh.
cook the stew, you can cook the hoof and like pull the hard portions off.
Yeah.
And then it's like
I think it's
weird in the middle. It's like gelatiny.
well, I
kind
was
of
gonna
like
say
kind
it's
of like pig's feet?
marrow, probably like marrow or something.
Well, it's got gelatin in it, so it like thickens it up, and so you can
Yeah.
basically make like a
What's like,
gelatiny, like a pudding or something out of
like
it.
a meat pudding. Like
Yeah,
what
like
do
a
the-
meat. I don't know.
What do the English eat? They eat blood pudding.
Yeah,
They-
yeah,
Yeah.
probably something like that.
yeah. I don't
You're
know.
talking about like mincemeat pies?
Maybe I don't know. Those
Yeah.
are good too.
Whatever those British people do.
Yeah, weird
Yeah.
stuff.
They eat spotted dick, Steve. That's what they do.
Oh, I don't know.
I was watching this woman. She does like recreations of like old timey British like if you were a servant in a like a rich British whatever. I don't
Yeah.
know what the hell they have over
Downton
there.
Abbey sort of
Kind
shit.
of yeah. And
Oh, is it
she
that?
made pigeon pie.
Is it that one?
I don't know what it is. I could find it, but anyway, so she like
Mhm.
made pigeon pie. It was
Mhm.
kind of crazy.
I think pigeons are eaten a lot. They just
Yeah.
call them like a rock bird
Rock
or-
dove.
Rock dove.
Well, I
and-
think they're just in the cities and stuff. They tend to be diseased because there's overpopulation and they're eating trash and
Whole Foods.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're sky rats.
Exactly. Okay. So you guys may be asking what I'm planning on hunting, right?
I am now.
Yeah, I am
What
now.
what are you planning on hunting, Steve?
Well,
MILFs,
yeah. Milf Hunter. That was a while ago.
cougars,
Well, I'm planning on hunting the most dangerous game,
MILFs.
squirrel.
Oh,
That's what I'm going to start with.
dude, Rick and Morty taught me you don't fuck with squirrels.
I have a squirrel story.
Oh, really?
Don't
Is it
fuck-
going to scare me away from hunting them?
No, it might actually-
encourage-
Yeah, I was gonna say it might encourage you.
Okay.
So I bought. Okay, so my boyfriend's birthday was this like last week or whatever. And I bought
Turned
him
17.
I bought him some nice gifts that I may have benefited from.
Okay.
One being a hammock.
Okay.
I really wanted a hammock,
Yeah.
and I decided he needed one for his birthday.
Uh-huh. He's a man of action. You got to get him to slow down every now and then, you know?
It's like a dad buying a child a game system.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like, no, I bought it for you. Totally gonna play freaking
Yeah.
Call of Duty on this shit.
Yeah. So
Bedtime.
well, we have these two perfect trees that are the perfect length for a hammock. And ever since we started dating, I was like, God damn, those trees need a hammock.
Mhm.
So anyway, so I buy this hammock.
You think they were planted in that fashion for that reason?
Dude, they could have been for
That's
sure.
interesting.
Like
That
it's
needs a hammock right in
literally the
between it.
perfect width. So anyways, so I get this hammock and I'm like, oh, this is pretty legit. Like I put it up and like he laid on it for 10 minutes and then I took the rest of it.
Mhm.
And so then I was like, this needs like decorative lighting for the evenings. So I went and bought some like Edison style bulbs.
You guys have hammock lights?
I just
Excuse me?
bought some like
Need a
Edison
hammock speaker?
plastic Edison style bulbs and like string lights, you know?
Yeah.
The big ones you always see at fancy cafes and stuff.
Yeah.
And
I like those lights.
Yeah, no, they're awesome. You know,
Yeah.
it's got that warm glow. It's like really
You
nice.
put it in your backyard and people think you're classy. You're
Yes,
fancy. You know?
absolutely. So I just got one strand of it, just long enough to go between the two trees, just so that there's a little ambient lighting if you
Mhm.
decide to lay out there late. Hung it up, and today I was looking out the window and I'm like, why are those lights on the ground? And why is the one end up in the tree and the other end up in the tree and the middle's on the ground? And I go walk over there and somebody had chewed through the line and which I knew was going to happen because I've had that happen before at my old house where they
Interesting.
ate. But the lights that I had at my old house, they weren't LED. So the wiring was a lot thicker. They were
Mhm.
incandescent lights. And so they didn't chew all the way through, but this had a thinner line, more like a
Yeah.
Christmas light.
Yeah.
Chew all the way fucking through it. And
Wow.
so I had it for less than a week.
Damn.
Jesus.
That's a
I had
ravenous
those-
squirrel.
Dude, I'm very upset. And I fucking ran to the house. I'm like, this is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah.
Like,
Your birthday was ruined.
Get the fuck off my lawn.
Yeah. Interesting.
I knew that putting them up. I'm like, I hope the squirrels don't fuck with this.
Yeah.
Literally, probably 5 days.
You shouldn't have put peanut butter on the line, Roma.
5 fucking days. Chewed
Mhm.
completely through the line. And then, like, it had, like, little clips, you know, where you, like, clip it onto stuff. Like, you can clip it onto the gutters or whatever.
Mhm.
Chewed through one of those. Clips
Wow.
gone. Yeah.
See, and
So upset.
you know, and one of the reasons, so I got the Aero Garden. It's an indoor garden. You know, you got, but in the past I've been trying to garden outdoors, and just everything would be dug up.
Yep.
Everything would be chewed on, and
Yep.
like all my little blueberry things would all the buds would be gone, and so I never even saw a goddamn blueberry. You know, it's a
Dude.
pain in the ass. And people are like, "Oh, you can just do stuff to keep the squirrel." I'm like, why should I have to do that hard? You know, like
Yes.
why should I have to? I put chicken wire over shit, and they still got in it. You know, like
Yes.
you can't just deter them. You have to like lock shit down. You know,
Yes.
and I'm like, this is crazy.
We need, like, a greenhouse or something. But,
Yeah.
yes. So, hunting squirrels,
Mhm.
I have some that you can hunt in my
Okay.
backyard.
Fair enough. Well,
I know which fuckers it is, too, because they're always squirreling around the trees like assholes.
yeah, look at you assholes. Yeah, enjoying your habitat.
They
Your
always-
Well, and you know what's funny too is just a real quick side note is that like I was like I'll put the hammock up and then I'll take it down. Like I won't leave it up because I don't want it to fade. It's a nice one, and I don't want it to get all dirty. And also I don't trust the squirrels.
yeah,
And then here it is 5 days later, and they chewed through it, and I'm like, I fucking knew it. I can't
Yeah.
trust these fuckers, dude.
and you know, a lot of times they'll use it for nesting stuff.
Yes.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
so
What do you need wire for?
putting up bulbs.
I think he was just bored, and I think he's like, oh, this looks fun. Like
They want
what
some
an
nice
ass.
lighting.
Turns
Dude.
out her boyfriend was out there. Like, fuck your goddamn lights.
Yeah.
Put it right in the middle. She'll never suspect a thing.
That's
Blame it
probably
on
it.
the squirrels.
Yeah.
I want to hand them a bill and be like, I paid $16 for these.
Yeah.
$16. I enjoyed them 4 times.
Yeah. that's
Harvest
crazy.
those nuts and
And
bring
I got
them
terrible
to me.
mosquito bites as a result. But anyways, continue.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's
I'm just
interesting.
very upset.
Roma, it's okay. I understand. You know, it's almost like Walmart did it to you too. It's almost like Walmart put those squirrels there.
They did.
Yep.
They did.
Um,
Release the squirrels.
So there's, when you're getting into hunting, there's different resources. Obviously, that little app, which I recommend to anybody. You just watch the videos. Took maybe about 6 hours of total time to do it, and you take all these
Yeah.
assessments and stuff, and they take the end assessment and.
Did you do it all, or did you pass? Did you
Yeah,
get your
Yep.
cool?
Yeah,
Congratulations.
so you can like print it off. I also had him send me a hard copy one. It's like going to be a little like license thing,
on a
so I
floppy
can.
disk or
No, you can take it to like
Oh.
Cabela's though. Yeah, you can always access it, but like you'd have to like print it to bring. I don't know.
Is there Wi-Fi nearby? I need to show it to this.
Yeah,
Park
game
ranger.
warden. Yeah, exactly. Or else they're gonna take my gun and give me a fine. So one of the things that I got a while back when I was first kind of looking at this was a book by one of the guys that's on Joe Rogan's podcast,
okay.
and it's by a guy called named Steve Rinella.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a show called Meat Eater, and I don't know if you've seen that on Netflix or whatever it is.
Meat Eater's huge.
Yeah. So basically, the first one is The Complete Guide to Hunting and Butchering and Cooking of Wild Game, Volume 1, Big Game. And so I read it. Really great. He just basically shows you how to, hunt anything in any environment in the U.S.
Cool.
Basically, or North America or whatever you want to say. So then I just got the second volume, which is Small Game.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, so basically the same book. And he goes through like how to cook stuff. So one of the recipes here is it's grilled squirrel with rosemary and thyme.
Oh, look at his
Oh.
little body.
Yeah. Yeah, so and it's just basically, he's a foodie, he's a travel writer, and he's a hunter. And
Yeah.
so he, and writes, books. So just a really cool book for a guy like me that I know next to nothing about hunting other
Yeah.
than what I've,
3
absorbed.
kablamos right there.
And then, yeah, exactly. And then how to butcher it, how to prepare it, how to make it taste the best, because I've had, I don't know if you guys have gotten game meats from people before,
Yeah,
Mhm.
sure.
and then you cook them up and you're like, this is terrible. Like,
It's gamey.
yes. I had a goose breast once and it tasted like it ate garbage and shrimp. That's, like muck. It tasted like muck.
Well, it probably had.
Yeah. Which is probably why someone gave it to me. It
Yeah.
was my ex's dad.
Yeah, he's
So,
like, here, get fucked.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, enjoy this. So
You can have it. I'll give it to you.
I made chili out of it and gave it to the dog.
Oh my God.
It was a lot of chili too. I was
What-
trying to kill the flavor, but there's all these secrets that people
Sounds
have.
like you were trying to kill the dog.
Yeah, no kidding. Or yourself when
Well-
the dog farted for a week.
Well, I made the chili for me, but it didn't taste good, so that's why I gave it to the dog.
Damn.
So it wasn't like I
Damn, if you
intentionally.
can't cover up bad meat with chili, like, holy shit.
Well, and then I've eaten elk heart and I've
Okay.
eaten elk liver. Which neither was great. I mean, they were frozen for a while, and just a hunter friend gave them to me, and I ended up giving them to my Alaskan Malamute, and he loved them. So
Yeah.
that was good. But yeah, so this book is great. It's I'm going through kind of some of the squirrel stuff, and it tells you, basically, there's a few ways you can hunt. So I guess the normal way would be a .22 caliber rifle.
Sure.
That's easy to carry.
Standard.
Yeah, easy to carry, super cheap ammo. Doesn't kick hard, doesn't, it's just
Sure.
a kid can fire it if kids should have guns, which I think they should. Help keep the population down.
Yeah. Population control.
Exactly. Part of wildlife management.
Killing their younger siblings on accident. It's,
Yeah. And then there's another way that you can hunt. You guys know how?
Bow hunting.
Well, okay, sure. I don't know if you should bow hunt squirrels. I mean, you could.
Probably
I
good.
was gonna say slingshot.
That's another great answer. Yeah. But
Billy Club.
Oh, dart gun.
Blow
you
dart.
can blow them. Yes.
You
Oh.
can blow them.
Mhm.
Yeah,
All right.
So what I have here is
blow him in the eye.
I have a Cold Steel big bore hunter .625 caliber, so it's over a 50 caliber blowgun. It's 5 feet long. It's got a second portion that you screw right onto it.
Holy cow.
It's got a tip that you put on it for walking, so it's a walking stick as well.
Okay.
It's made out of aluminum. Very, very heavy. It's heavy duty. It's nice.
Yeah, most I ever encountered were plastic, so
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people were saying when they
or
when they were
fiberglass.
that they were saying, like, you know, a lot of them say they're walking sticks or whatever. They're like, this one's legit. They're like, just get this one. Don't fuck around. You know, they're like, we bought the 4-foot one and we wish we would have just gotten this one first.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So really cool. Comes in a little set. I got it for like $55 or something on Amazon. And in the set comes, first of all, these little like arrow guys. You know, they're just little.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we take a look at those darts,
Mhm.
man?
Yeah, these are little broadhead
Holy
darts.
cow!
They're not like super sharp. Like you can get ones that are actually razors.
Yeah.
You know, and so those things will, you know, tear it up. One of the cool things is
Oh yeah, that's like stabbing yourself with a fucking nail.
one of the cool things is the blunt one. So it's basically just a plastic, you know, mallet on the end with
Okay.
the little blow
For practice?
For concussive?
concussing.
Oh Jesus!
How
yeah.
hard do you have to blow? Also, Scotty G says, don't blow squirrels. They bite.
I get what you're saying, Scotty. Yeah, so this one's pretty crazy. So I blew this at the wall, and it left an X mark because there's an X engraved in it.
Wow.
It's a positive, Scotty. It's got the positive symbol on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or an X.
It's not a negative, so it's a
Yeah.
positive one.
so is
so-
it weighted?
Not incredibly.
Enough that if somebody blew that at you, you'd know it.
But that's it. You look at it kind of unassumingly, and then it
I have no idea where that went.
Should be down there next to the box.
So yeah, but anyways, I didn't think it would, you know, just feeling it, how heavy it was. I was like, oh, this is light. It won't be. I blew it and it fucking nailed the wall, like, and left an impression in it. So if that
Huh.
was a skull, Roma, I literally threw it right in front of you.
I see it.
So, you know,
Okay.
yeah, and then the coolest one, so they give you some extras of the little caps, you know, the little things on the end. So they're just like a little orange, you know, cap cone that you can, you know, put stuff in. And why it's so cool is because if you've ever, Dan, have you ever made a shish kebab?
Fuck yeah!
So you may recognize
Oh shit!
a bamboo skewer,
Okay.
and
Oh,
you
that's gonna
put the
Fuck
cap
that thing up.
on the bamboo skewer,
Oh.
and then that shit fucking rocks.
Oof.
So
Is
and
that meant to do that? Or?
yes, they
Okay.
send these to you, and I'm like, these are just bamboo skewers, and then I looked, and in my
So you skewer animals or humans or
Basically.
whatever you're into.
yeah.
I don't know. As long as you're not hitting bone, that's gonna fucking hurt a lot.
Well, it's probably in splinter too.
Yeah, I was gonna
Ugh.
say bamboo also splinters like a motherfucker.
I don't know where they went. I had skewers, but I was gonna prove it. So yeah, so really cool. It's got the little mouthpiece on it. So basically, you just insert your thing in there. It just stays right there. Sometimes it'll slip through if you've used it a few times, but you can order more caps, and obviously you can get more bamboo skewers. And so you could just walk with it with something loaded in it, and then just use it.
So I mean, I wonder how often somebody goes
Yes,
and like inhales the fucking.
they say in the instructions, turn your head, breathe in,
And then
put your mouth on it,
Yeah,
and blow.
'cause you're-
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then they find you dead with a skewer sticking out of your mouth.
Yeah.
how did that happen?
Yeah. Oh, he was eating furiously.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
hungry.
He was the wrong side of the skewer, buddy.
So super cool.
I like your hobby of the week.
Yeah, I've a lot of hobbies. So why blow squirrels or other animals?
Because they destroy your freaking decorative lighting. That's why.
That is one reason. And that's a great thing about this is it's a lot quieter than like an air gun, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it still makes a, you know, when you,
Yeah.
So
Blow down it.
yeah, I'm just trying to think of like the skewers for like a murder scenario, like or you could blow ice darts.
Mm-hmm. Icicles.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
You know
could
what?
During the wintertime?
Did you know that DNA has gotten so good now, though, that they can do like so basically like if you walk through an area, they can pick up DNA.
Well,
So like it's gotten to the point where like wind can blow through your hair or
Yeah.
off your skin, and they
probably
can
your perspiration can carry
yes,
a.
they
yeah.
can actually pick up DNA
Yeah.
from just like you could walk through down a pathway, and
Mhm.
there's supposedly they can pick up DNA from that at
That's
this point.
interesting.
That's how far they're getting with it.
Well, and if you think of, if you've seen the movie Gattaca
Yes.
back in the day, it was Ethan Hawke and who's the other
Jude
guy?
Law.
Jude Law. So Jude Law was this like perfect, genetically perfect guy who was like an astronaut or something.
Yep.
Got his spinal cord injured. Couldn't. I guess they could do everything except fix his legs for some reason.
Yeah, some reason.
But what Ethan Hawke did is he was there's two classes of people. There's like the regular people, and then there's the genetically engineered people that
The
get all
Jude
the
Law
good
people?
jaws. Yeah, they get all the good everything. Everything's better for them. So Ethan Hawke's like, I can do that too. So what he did was he basically stole Jude Law's personality and like took blood and put it under his finger.
Well,
And because they like test your finger every time you walk in a door and like.
they made a deal between the two of them. I think Ethan Hawke was some kind of a janitor or something like that, and had
Okay.
dreamed about going into space.
Yeah.
And he ended up running into Jude Law, and he was like, I want to do this. And he's
Mhm.
like, you could be me,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to go through this rigorous process of every day
Mm-hmm.
he has to hard scrub all
Yep.
of the like excess skin flakes off of him.
Yeah.
He has
his
to
hair.
he's
Yeah.
got to like
It's a brush. That's the scene I was thinking about. Is just him
And
brushing his fucking skin.
he would
like
he would
shit.
have to get all of the excess skin off
Mhm.
of him. He'd have to make sure that his hair was
You can't get
'Cause-
a certain
excess
length.
skin. It's all
Well-
skin. What are
Well,
you talking
because they would have these little like Roomba vacuums or something that would like pick up anything, and if you
Oh.
didn't belong there, all the alarms went off, and everybody fucking. So
well,
it was
apparently
like,
that's the thing now.
yeah. So that's exactly what it is
And-
Gattaca.
And he'd have to like keep hair samples
Mhm.
of Jude Law on him, and he'd have to like
Dan's explaining movies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shut up.
Basically, put the blood under his finger.
I was not
so-
telling you to shut up. I was saying
Yeah.
I will shut up.
Yeah. But yeah, that's exactly it. And
You
so
can tell me to shut up, Dan. It's fine.
No, there's no point because it's done.
So, yeah. So, why do you blow a squirrel or other animals? For the flavor, because
Really?
Well,
Gross.
what?
It's
You
gotta
guys
be
don't like the
nutty.
taste
You're
of squirrel.
seeing squirrel balls? They're giant.
They've-
Roma.
They've got to be nutty.
Ugh.
I'm literally talking about
Oh,
hunting and
blow darts?
consuming. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know.
I
Yeah.
was talking about what they consume.
You guys don't like squirrel gravy? Jesus.
You know, I haven't had it.
Yeah, and I mean, here's the thing: is first of all the flavor. Second of all, the fun.
Oh, yeah.
Bring your friends, bring your kids, show your kids how to blow squirrels. The tradition. It can be
Use-
passed down generations.
Use your wood to blow the squirrels.
Sure. It also gives a child a sense of pride and accomplishment.
How
Yeah.
many did you kill today, Bobby?
Kill? Yeah.
I killed 17 and a blue 30.
And also nourishment. One of the problems is you got to blow a lot of squirrels for the equivalency of one moose. So what do you want? You want to be out there all day or you want to get it over in one shot? Right, Dan? These are things you got to consider. You'll be out there all day.
This is delicious.
Yeah. Say variety is the spice of life, So
Oh,
get out
boy.
there and blow a bunch of animals. And so, Roma, speaking of which, we should have a picture. So you see the little blue icon down the bottom of the taskbar?
Oh,
There should
my
be a
goodness.
picture of all of the animals. That's literally just a few of the animals. There you go. So if you want to share that, these are all the animals you can blow in Idaho.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got different types of ram. You've got cougars, Roma, your favorite. Got the brown bear.
Dude, you can blow bats?
Oh yeah, Bat blowing? Yeah. You can blow them right in the sky.
No sage grouse though.
Yeah. They don't taste as good, you know?
Well,
Pineapple.
they're protected.
You want a pineapple grouse.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of good wilderness out there in Idaho. Idaho, if you don't know, is a very wilderness sort of state.
You can find it at latitude and longitude.
Oh God.
I was just
Little brown bat. We used to have a little brown bat.
mhm.
I was
Named
just
Midnight.
ending it there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, so
You can't hunt buffalo.
well, this isn't what you can hunt. It's just the mammals.
Oh,
Mammals
Oh,
that you can blow,
you can
Dan.
you can blow
Yeah.
bison. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all you want, all day long.
Is that a hoary bat?
Yeah, isn't that hilarious? You little hoary bat.
Just stay away from the spotted ones.
Yeah, so
We have flying squirrels.
Yeah.
They have hoary marmots.
Marmot.
mhm.
You can blow a skunk.
What does hoary mean?
No, I mean to different people, yeah, different things. I mean, it means I'll take her on a second date, but
Play a little
doo-doo-ch.
pocket
Oh,
golfer.
little pocket. Oh, it's all about blowing that ermine. I'm telling you.
So if we want to go, if you want to dial into actual squirrels, go to that other picture, Roma. This one is some of the types of squirrels. There's there's up to I think it's 258 in the world, different types of squirrels, and there's some that they don't show in the picture though. You know, there's quite a few. Like these look like nice squirrels. You know.
No, they don't.
Colorado chipmunk is considered a squirrel? I didn't realize that.
So I like how. I wonder what kind of squirrels we have around here.
I believe it's a Western gray.
Okay, but the funny thing is that our squirrels are not gray.
Mhm.
But when we live back east, they're super fucking gray. They are gray. So
Yep.
I remember moving here and being like, "What's wrong with their squirrels? Like
They're more red squirrel looking.
they're very
or they're halfway between.
they're kind of a brown. They have gray like highlights to them, but
Mhm.
they're very brown. They're kind of a reddish brownish.
It's because man shitted all over the squirrels.
Mhm.
They're no longer gray.
Like if you look at this right here, like back east, like those squirrels they're gray.
Yeah.
There's no red or brown really going on there at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, down in California, they actually have the gray squirrels, and they're actually fucking gray.
And they have I think they have a couple different types of squirrels here in Idaho. On that last
I've only
one, they
ever
had 'em.
met the asshole ones.
But the reason that they don't show some of these squirrels, Roma,
Mm.
is when you show on the browser there are some squirrels perhaps they don't tell us about,
All right.
and those squirrels are
Michael Shanks.
Daniel Jackson. This one?
Nope.
This one.
yes,
Oh my God.
yes,
What is happening?
monster squirrels. That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
Jesus.
shit.
Yeah, they're
You
real
mean-
assholes.
you
They'll
mean
chew
like-
right through your lights.
Yeah, like Ratatasker.
And yeah, so just scroll through some of those, Roman. Let's see. We got some monster squirrels. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that's horrifying.
Did you see its wings? It's a flying squirrel. It's a flying monster squirrel, Roma.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yep, fat squirrel, screaming
Oh,
squirrel,
Horn
demon
squirrel?
squirrel.
screaming demon. Yeah, quad squirrel.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Fire squirrels?
Yes. Dan.
That reminds
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that video of the chick that's like this oh my God, the squirrel's back again. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm
Don't think so.
terrified. And it goes like this and she goes, "Yes, you bitch." So funny. If I knew we were doing a squirrel one, I would have found it.
Oh yeah. Dan, you want to top me off just a little bit?
The squirrel monster.
So
Oh my God, a parrot squirrel.
yeah,
Jesus Christ. Good Lord.
yeah, that almost looks indecent. Oh, a tar squirrel? Yeah. That's the one I saw. Yep.
You saw that in real life?
Oh yeah,
Holy monkey.
totally.
That time I pissed off pumpkin squirrels.
So
See, that's the one I'm talking about. Godzilla squirrel. Yep. It's kaiju.
all right. So there are several Now squirrels can be hidden in plain sight, you know, like a monster squirrel. So let's say this is a Mr. Squirrel, right?
Oh my
And
God.
you're like, hey, what's up, squirrel? You seem nice. You seem docile and tender and delicious. And then he goes,
Oh,
Oh shit.
Jesus! Crying out loud!
and then he drinks all your blood.
Oh, fuck!
Hi, everybody. I've been doing a lot of drinking and thinking.
Put a dart in it.
That's amazing. Where'd you get that?
Squirrel store.
Squirrel
No,
store.
it's a wolf. What are these called? Oh, feisty pets.
Oh geez.
Here. Right? Oh, did you lose it forever? Yeah. So, probably the most important thing we could do is learn kind of what you'd see and hear and smell out there, right, Dan?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, put on your blindfold.
Alrighty. I have a feeling this is gonna go bad, but okay.
Yeah. Why would it, Dan? This is science.
I
Are you
just-
saying fuck science, Dan? Holy
Not at
shit.
all. Not at all.
Okay, perfect, Dan. All right. So the first one that we're going to first thing we're going to do is called chattering, okay? So
Okay.
okay, Dan, what did that squirrel just say?
Squeaker, squeaking. You took my acorn.
He was calling for backup. He's trying to get his friends coming.
Oh,
Okay?
shit.
So you're probably in trouble right now, okay?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Okay. This is how you would respond. Okay. Dan, what did I just say?
Don't call your friends. I'm a friend.
Almost. You're pretty close. I said, never mind, dumb squirrels. I've got rabies,
Oh, yeah.
and no one wants to blow me.
Okay, do it again. Oh, there was the rabies. Okay, I missed the rabies part. That part I was unfamiliar with.
It's different dialects, different regions.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, makes sense.
okay. So then there's this one.
Oh my god.
What's that, Dan?
Something that I shouldn't be privy to, because it's probably
Yeah.
indecent.
If you knew how that even happened.
That's so that one there was that's grandma's suctioned to the bottom of the bathtub, and you got to help her.
So like Timmy fell down the well.
Got to help her out of the bathtub, Dan.
I can't wait to rewatch this show.
Okay. So, Dan, you can take the blindfold off. That was
okay.
that was some good guessing, though. I appreciate your
I'm
help.
sorry, I was trying.
So the way that you call squirrels, you need a can of air.
Okay.
That's why there's all those huffing jokes about squirrels, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them.
So this is how you do it. You take your fingers, and as if it was a nipple,
Is this legit a thing, or did you just make this up?
I made it up.
Okay, because that's amazing.
I've been holding on to that for a while. I was like, I could use it. I didn't know what I was going to use it for, but I knew I could do
Oh my
it.
god, I wish that was real.
I bet you could.
I
use
bet
that.
you
Yeah.
could for something.
Yeah. It's way better than my other squirrel calls.
Dogs, puppies for sure would love that.
Oh, yeah.
Dogs would, yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So you got to bring canned air. What's the next thing you have to bring, Dan? This is your bait. This is how you bait them in.
Oh,
What do squirrels eat?
Peanuts.
No.
Fagua.
Maybe. Fancy squirrels.
Yeah.
Bagels, Dan.
Oh,
They eat bagels. They're Jew-ish.
oh.
What?
Todd, why are you not here?
So, yeah, squirrels eat bagels, Dan.
Nick says, dude, I'm dead. Scott G says, please stop blowing me, sir.
We haven't even gotten to the blowing part yet. We're just bringing them in right now. We're
Yeah.
calling them. We're leaving breadcrumbs,
Reeling him in.
bagel crumbs. And that's why Roma has to be very careful, because the RTB, Roma 2 bagels.
Oh,
Yeah, I knew what you were saying.
Yeah. What do you have, an RTB over there, Roma?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So, are you kidding?
Nope.
Holy shit. We're going to go long. Okay. So,
It is the season finale.
there are.
That's true.
Oh, yeah. This is the season finale. So, the most important things when it comes to blowing squirrels is, of course, style and comfort.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. There's some things that you really need.
Uggs.
What's that?
Uggs.
Uggs? That's not bad. Yeah, you know, an Ugg would be all right. So first thing you need is SBPs, Dan.
SBPs. Okay.
Yes. Squirrel blowing pants.
Oh, yeah. You got? Do they have reinforced knee pads?
So these are, very nice. And yes, Dan, they do
Oh, good.
have built-in knee pads.
Oh, that's
God.
excellent design.
Yeah. They're suede even.
Ooh.
These are actually really legit, like nice hunting pants. I got them for a good deal. But Dan, sometimes you don't have nice hunting pants.
It's true.
What did you do with the last few minutes, Dan? Because you know what I did? I made my own knee pads.
Out of bagels.
Out of bagels, Roma.
Oh, that's to bring them right to you.
They come right to me. If you don't think this looks appetizing to a squirrel that doesn't want to get blown, it does.
Are you getting up close and personal to blow that squirrel?
Okay,
Bro.
but the question is, could you take a bite out of it? Because I could. Oh my God.
Okay, squirrel blown pants. Yeah, so you do want knee pads or bagel pads, one of the two.
Okay.
That's why you buy 6. You also need a nice squirrel blowing jacket. This should smell like cheap perfume. Okay. Now,
Scott says, just got back from shopping. I'll get taught in a sec. Normally I take my pants off before blowing animals. That's just me though.
well, if you don't want stains, and speaking of stains, we have a nice DWR coating on this. So it's a water resistant coating.
Okay.
Water, other fluids.
Oh my God.
It also has pit zips. So, it starts getting hot and heavy out there blowing them squirrels.
Oh, you can air it out?
Well, or you can just apply another little coating of the old speed stick.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's really good.
Little canned air.
Exactly. Let me see how that sounds. This is probably gonna be really cold. Ah.
I'm
No.
silent laughing.
Now I literally have frostbite in my armpit.
It's turning blue.
Oh man, good for skin tags though.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh yeah. And here's the thing too. Sometimes when you're blowing a squirrel, you go no hands, right? If that squirrel left his wallet on the nightstand,
Yeah.
you got your chest pockets here. So you just
Okay.
sneak 100 and you just put it right into your chest pocket and it disappears. You don't even know there's a pocket there.
Oh shit.
It's fucking crazy, right?
Oh man.
Call that a whore pocket. Okay.
HOR.
Do you guys want to take some practice shots?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Roma, just over your right shoulder, you'll notice there's a box behind you. It's a big box.
This one right here.
Yes.
Okay. Wasn't necessarily over
so-
my shoulder.
So you're going to have to push your chair back and you're going to have to set it in your chair so I can take a shot at it.
Okay.
And then I'll set it over here so you can take a shot at it. Okay.
Okay.
And so the secret is we're only going to use half of it. So we're going to lose a little velocity, but not much. And we'll just shoot
Oh my God.
now make sure you put it in the corner back there. If you can see my little squirrels there. So
Yeah.
one of them has a bunch of fangs and he is taking a shit on one of your baby pictures. You can clearly see that. The other one is the other one is a squirrel. Oh, the one that's taking a shit on your baby pictures is actually giving you the finger also. And then the other one just looks like a tough. He's like got his arms crossed and shit. And he's like mean mugging you, but he's also got his dick out.
Oh my
So
God.
we had to put a black box over his dick because he's a real asshole. Okay, Roma, you got to bring it into the back corner.
Yeah, bring it into the shot.
Yeah, so I can see it
This corner?
right in front of me.
Oh my god.
Well, I can't see. So over here.
Yeah, just turn the chair a little bit and there we go.
Does that work?
Yeah, yep, that's perfect. So, so I'm not going to put the full length on it. Turn your head. I'm going to aim for the, let's see, I'll do the lower one since you can kind of see it a little better. I'm going to try to shoot him right in his dick or his balls. You can see his balls hanging out below that black box. So here we go. I'm gonna take a breath. Oh, it didn't go in. Damn it.
Damn it.
I thought it was going to punch through.
Oh, it actually.
Bent the tip.
Yeah.
I'll do a metal one just to see if it'll stick.
All right, here we go. Ooh.
Yeah, son.
Right in his balls.
And that's leather, by the way. I drew those on leather so that it would actually, be a so when I first shot this, you know how I have that thing with my jackets in it that has I use that as a backdrop. I shot into a leather jacket.
Shit.
It was a leather jacket that was given to me by a lady and it was too
Was
small
it
for me.
violent?
No, it wasn't. But it went literally right into the leather. I was like, holy shit, I can't shoot it around the couches or any of that shit. It'll probably break a window.
Do it again. Do it again.
Yeah.
You look really excited about
I'm
this right
super
now.
excited.
All right, so I'll try to hit the one. I'm gonna hit him right in his head, the top one.
Turn your head to the side.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow.
That was still good though.
yeah,
Right
that
in
was
the
a good
tail.
good shot. So, Roma, I'll have you hand me the box and then I'll put it in my chair and you can.
Are
Just-
you gonna sit in your chair?
No,
Oh.
you're a maniac. Roma, do you remember when I got the dart shot into my finger in your apartment that was in the basement on 8th Street?
No. Not at all.
Okay,
I don't remember anything.
You
from
remember-
that time.
okay. Remember the fat redhead guy?
The fat redhead guy.
I think he lived with you for a little bit.
Absolutely not. I don't remember that.
All right.
Dude, your shots were fucking great.
Not bad.
Yeah.
All right, Roma.
All right. Hold on. Get ready.
Yeah, so when we were there, I was putting a book back because we were shooting it out of novella,
Uh-huh.
and the fat guy shot one that went right into my finger, and it went off the bone, and so it was sticking halfway out. It was just a needle, though.
I kind of remember this.
And you're like, oh my God, do we need to go to the hospital? And I'm like, nah, it'll be fine. And I pulled it out backwards. Like I should have pulled it
Oh.
out this way, but I pulled it out backwards, and God, did that fucking hurt.
Yeah, it
I
sounds like it. Jesus.
vaguely. That whole time period of my life is a complete blur. Okay, so I
Yep, so you just put it in there just so it's basically seated like flush, and then turn your
Oh.
head.
it fell out.
Okay, well then you pick a different one if it falls. Yeah, because it'll just keep sliding. Or yeah, you could use it.
Okay.
All right, so turn your head.
This seems really dangerous.
You have to do a nice strong breath. Hold on.
Yeah, get the canned air out of the way.
Yeah, I don't want it to explode. All right, Roma,
Okay, hold on.
and both eyes open. Ooh, nice.
Oh.
All right.
yeah,
All right.
Can I try it again?
Aiming
Yeah.
for the nuts.
yeah.
There you go.
Robles hit it right in the balls.
I thought I was aiming higher, but
Mm-hmm. Bring me a higher love. Do-do-do-do-do-do. But go blow some squirrels this weekend. Yeah.
For Labor Day.
Yeah. You got a 3-day weekend. Go blow some squirrels. Do-do-do-do-do.
I failed.
Yeah. But no, cool. Huh, Roma?
Yeah. Super fun. I feel
And-
like my lung strength isn't
That's
to par.
the other thing though, is I think it's cool that you can like work your lungs out doing it.
Yeah.
And
'Cause I was like, oh, that felt weak.
yeah. Dan, you want to take a couple shots?
I do.
Here. You can use these guys here.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to
I get back up.
yeah, there you go.
This is hilarious.
Yeah. Isn't it fun? All right, just try not to shoot any of the expensive equipment, Dan. Wow.
Wow,
That was
sounded,
good.
That sounded hardcore.
And he shot through the lights and cameras. Dan's a daring man. Wow. Dan,
Nice.
you're a fucking
Holy
sharpshooter.
shit.
That's awesome.
Well, my dad was a sharpshooter.
Yeah. He was out blowing squirrels all the time.
Oh, dude, yeah.
You couldn't stop him.
Squirrels, cougars.
Scotty says, just leave the money for the squirrel on the nightstand and call it an Uber.
Exactly.
Normac said that lave was nuts.
Ah,
Oh, Dan,
nice.
I need you to put your
Blindfold back on?
your blindfold back on. You have to know the sound of one more thing before
All right. Hold on.
Apparently, Todd's eating raw hot dogs.
Yeah, Todd does crazy shit like that.
rock
Todmus
dogs?
Prime flows with hot dog water.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's kind of
Okay, Dan. What sound is this? What sound is that, Dan?
The sound.
you should know this.
You want to do it one more time?
Yeah. A dead squirrel.
That's a squirrel sneaking up behind you with a mallet,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
smashing your little pumpkin head open.
Can you take his blindfold?
Oh, yeah, you can take your
off?
blindfold off. There may be some lettuce strewn about the.
He smashed lettuce with a mallet.
Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't know what that sounded like, Dan.
Yeah. I almost filled it full of like ketchup.
Oh my god.
That would have been a nightmare though. So,
Oh, my Jesus.
I should do it for the comedy though. Because
Oh
that would have been
man.
fucking funny.
The cleanup though.
Yes. Yeah.
No,
When I
Max
was
says
like,
beautiful.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So anyways, I'll keep you guys up to date on my hunting stuff.
Ooh. If you start hunting squirrels or whatever, small animals, I want to start taxidermying them.
Okay. Yeah, and I was thinking about that. I could have a squirrel suit,
Ooh,
squirrel
yeah.
vest, a
Squirrel
squirrel
tie?
squirrel
My boyfriend
speedo,
Bought me a brand new
a
sewing machine.
squeedo.
Squirto?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Squirrel
dough?
Squirrel dough.
Robo, what do you want all these squirrel carcasses for? Making a squirrel dough? What? One of those things Europeans wear when they go swimming. Robo? No L in there.
Squirrel dough.
Yeah.
Um,
Like Christmas, no L. See?
I actually knew a girl, this was probably, 15 years ago, but she was a piercer, very legit, like had training and didn't really, but she was also a taxidermist. And we went and stayed at her house one time. We went into Colorado where she was staying, and her entire house was full of dead animals,
That's awesome.
like everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Oh, and she had one of those naked cats. Like
One of the pharaoh cats?
Yeah.
yeah, I forget. I don't know what they call them, but
Yeah,
she
those
had one.
It's a
Egyptian
sphinx.
gross cats.
Yeah.
It's a sphinx cat.
It was like I
One-
think its name was Scrotor.
Harry.
Scrotor.
A-
Scrotor, the felinder.
Yeah.
I would have named it Harry. Harry.
Yeah.
Harry.
Yeah.
Those are the types of pets people have when they want attention. I'm like, oh, you're attention seeking.
You know what's funny? I mean, like everything she did seemed attention seeking, but she was a very meek person.
Sure.
Quiet, like just very sweet, like just, but the things
Like
that
me.
she did were very like
Yeah.
just odd and
Yeah.
extra.
Yeah.
And
You're like, okay, I get it. You're quirky.
but she was
Yeah.
quirky, but like that wasn't her personality though.
Yeah.
So it was interesting. So it wasn't annoying.
But a lot of people with like tattoos and piercings and face stuff, like
Yeah.
if they're not like from prison or
So
mentally ill,
she actually-
it's because they want people not to talk to them generally.
She actually, yeah. She was a weirdo for
Yeah.
sure, but and quirky. But like I said, because she was such a just a nice, unassuming person, it wasn't annoying.
Mhm.
You're just like, okay,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. No, that's cool. Hey, everybody let your freak fly.
yeah.
Freak fly. So yeah, I will, hopefully be hunting squirrels and having some good hunting stories coming up. We are actually, this is going to be our break, our hiatus for the next season because we're all kind of traveling and doing some stuff over the next month or so. So we plan on coming back.
You tell me when.
I think it's second week of October. So basically,
Okay.
we're taking the month off, and I think that first week of October, and then we'll be back. We're going to have a birthday party for Dan
Oh,
when we come
what?
back. That's going to be our opening show. Will
No
be
way.
so we'll try to get a little sleepy, try to do some fun stuff.
Oh, no.
We'll see. That's what we're going to try for.
No promises,
Yeah.
promises, but that's the plan.
Yeah, but I do want to entice people a little bit, because if you don't show up, stuff's not going to be fun,
Just to say, if you're not familiar with shows of Lil Sleepy, and
Mhm.
go back to the first one where
It was a year ago, was it?
it
Or-
was almost a week. Next week it'll be 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's episode 113,
Okay.
which was our mutual birthday party.
Yes.
Um,
What did we eat?
the
The
Pocky chip.
Yes.
The one chip challenge, I think it was.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
9 million Scoville.
Oh yeah.
Which, when you're eating I think artificial spice, like obviously I'm sure they take it from natural sources, but they're
It's chemically modified.
absolutely, it'd have to be. They'd have to do something to it to distill it down. But I am personally growing peppers that are 2 million Scoville. They're called
piece.
purple super hots. Yeah. So it's however many times greater than it's like 100 times more potent than a jalapeno. So hopefully those will be nice and ready by then.
Well,
Um,
to get ready, make sure that you find yourself at thesensiblesociopathpodcast.com. The weather's going to be changing by then.
Mhm.
We'll be in a whole new season, not just with the show, but also with the West. You can find your Charlie Cat mugs, various different colors, so
We should
you
get
can
camo.
enjoy your.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
We need camo, everything.
And for your pumpkin spice whatevers or
Mhm.
the what have you,
Squirrel blood.
it's squirrel blood in a cup.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's not normally red.
Mhm.
You can sneak up on your squirrels with your Sen socks
Mhm.
and your various different colors of shirt so
Mhm.
that you can confuse them.
Oh, this also will keep your DNA intact. So if you got to murder someone,
Yep.
make sure you're
Yep.
wearing our gear.
Nope. And you will also have, the weather will get colder. So, if you didn't get your hoodie beforehand,
Mhm.
get it now over our break.
Mhm.
And we've got various different colors of heather because that's just what we like.
Hmm.
We like Heather. She's a nice person. So,
You can also put socks around your junk.
yes,
Just saying.
like Blink 182 back in the day.
Yes. Or
And-
Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Correct. And you can find that all at thesensiblesociopathpodcast.com, all one word. Where else can you find us, Steve?
Well, you can find us on Instagram at the Sensible Sociopath Podcast. You can also find me on Twitter or X or whatever the hell they call it now, at Stephen Paul Cast, STEPHEN. We're also on the major podcasting platforms. Spotify is the one that's the best to us, so please check us out on Spotify. Download our shit. Yeah, just listen to the show, watch the show here on YouTube. This is kind of our biggest. We like doing the live show, so it's something that we love. We like more people to join us during the live show because you guys make the show great.
Oh, in our next season, we will also have a famous, kind of famous / infamous home story that dates back to 2008, is big for this particular area. We'll be bringing a gentleman on, and he's going to tell his dad's story about basically how his dad went from one thing to another, and it'll be great. It'll probably be a couple episodes worth, but it's a good story to tell, and that's all I have.
Wow, I have no idea what that was.
Yeah, that was very vague,
Wow.
but
Okay.
we'll find out
I'm going to
next
tune
year,
in.
or
Yes.
next season. Also, Roma, I do have someone that is she's like a forensic DNA ancestry sort of person.
Uh-huh.
And she's interested in podcasting and starting a podcast. And so I don't know. She wants to kind of see the setup and all that stuff. I don't know if she wants to be like a guest or look back into our, I had my DNA done, which hopefully is your DNA. I don't know.
Well,
Or at least close, at least half of it. So I'm wondering if we should have her maybe see why our last name means the reason it does.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe.
Will you also be updating a couple more episodes on Spotify?
Oh, yes, Dan.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just triple checking for our audience.
He's behind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that's
Um,
okay.
Well, okay. Well, that all sounds really good.
Yeah.
I am actually trying to get us a spooky season guest. So
Ooh.
we'll see where
Like Halloween times?
Halloweeny times, yeah.
Good.
So we'll see what we can do about that.
That'd be
And
awesome.
so I think season 4 is gonna be awesome.
Mhm.
Yep. Season 4.
Yeah. So
We love
everybody,
y'all.
Bye,
We'll see you then.
guys.
See you in a few weeks.
Best
Bye.
podcast in the world. The world would not be the same.
I like it.
No wonder my anxiety's so high.
Few people laughed. Few people cried.
Oh, what's in the box?
Most people were silent.
And that was it.
Now I am become death,
Sounds like a bad time.
the destroyer of worlds.
Yeah, so this doesn't seem like a great idea to me.
I suppose we all thought that, one way or another.
You didn't tell me any of that. That's crazy.
Well, Rama, when you're a hero, you don't tell everyone until you're on your podcast.
I'm about to hear some shit.
We all need to laugh.
I think just sitting down and, listening to
The Sensible Sociopath.
This is the shit you're supposed to be watching.
Gen X is gonna love it. Millennials are gonna be like, I'm offended.
Also, my dog has a giant dick.
Oh my god, that's enormous.
I love it.
It's still a racist dog whistle.
Where you kind of have like a rotating cast of characters.
We're talking baby seals, eagles, wolves.
I'm just glad we're not going to have to eat with racism anymore.
It's worse than the butthole.
We're technically considered propaganda.
It is very contagious.
I think we really need to talk about environmentalism.
Like, are they studying pine cones?
Make yourself a nice stingray omelet. That's how Steve Irwin died. Cholesterol.
It's fucking delicious.
His father had ended up killing his mother and committing suicide.
In that order.
That's diabolical. I like it.
They had an apple gun where you could shoot Bigfoot.
Has she always been retarded?
I mean, she could have had a head injury.
You don't know anything about tartar sauce.
He had picked up a 400-pound statue and was like walking around with it.
Was the statue racist?
I'd like to think so.
It's like how they invented bacon and avocado to make a turkey sandwich tolerable.
I have a fear of fire.
Like a werewolf. Daniel, you've been our greatest viewer. Well, Daniel and Sarah and Katrina.
Daniel!